Hello and welcome to my December TBR list. If you do not know what that means, it means to be read, what I plan to read this month. For this month, I want to do a theme. So, it's getting cold, not where I am. I'm in Southern California. It's too hot for my liking. But anyway, it is supposed to be cold. So I am going with books that have to do with wintertime, being stuck, blizzards, ski trips. I have one book that has like a Christmassy thing going on, but it's not a lot. But anyway, these books may be something you want to check out. Maybe you haven't heard of them, maybe you have, but let's get into it. All right. So, first book I decided to read, I've actually already started it. I'm almost done. If you've been following me on Instagram, you already know that. If not, link is below so you can come on over, follow me, see what I'm up to. But yes, so this first book, I found it on Goodreads. I was looking for like winter horror books, and this one came up. It is a YA book, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. There are a few YA books on this list this month. So let's see the first one. It is The Dead of Winter by Chris Priestley. And look at this cover. You got the snow, the skeleton head. Yes, 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 and yes. Let me read you a little bit of the synopsis. After his parents' death, Michael Viner's future is unclear. All he knows is that his new wealthy guardian has invited him to a remote country estate. But Michael begins to suspect something is not right on the very night he arrives when he spots a mysterious woman in the frozen mist. Michael soon realizes that the house and its grounds harbor many more secrets, both dead and very much alive. And Michael's reason for being there is quickly becoming clearer. And what it doesn't say is that the guardian invites him to stay for Christmas. So this one is, I think it's more Christmassy. With the atmosphere, it more deals with the inside of the mansion, what have you. So this is like a gothic horror, but it definitely takes place around Christmas time. There is a chapter that I just got to that is on Christmas Day. So we have Christmas, we have snow, we have a gothic mansion. Yes, yes, yes. I am almost finished with this book, so you will have to stay tuned to see what I have to say. Follow me on Goodreads to see how I review this book. And let's move on to the next one. Next up, we have Slumber Party by Christopher Pike. This was my favorite author when I was a kid. I have been a horror fan since I was a kid. As far as I can remember, I was reading horror books, watching horror movies. So when I was a kid, I loved Christopher Pike. I also read R.L. Stine, but I preferred Christopher Pike. So I wanted to revisit him this month to see if he's still my favorite over R.L. Stine. So spoiler alert, there is an R.L. Stine book on this list. So you already know. If you don't know, this is a YA book also. And this one is pretty short. It is only 160 something pages. So I chose 5 books this month because I'm hoping, because I have some shorter YA books, that I can get more read this month. We'll see, because I'm also going to have time with family, so I don't know how distracted I'll be, but I'm going to try. But anyway, this is the one I'm getting ready to read next because I read the synopsis of all the books and I was like, let's get into this one. So let me read you a little bit of the synopsis so you can know what it's about. It's been a long time since Laura and her 5 friends have been together. Laura is ready to forget about the horrors of the past and have a fun ski trip. She doesn't want to think about what happened the last time they got together, but this time she might not have a choice. As a violent storm approaches, strange things begin to happen. Weird phone calls, accidents, and then people start disappearing. All right, so don't be fooled by this cover. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'll probably find out why there's flames, but this one, as you heard, takes place on a ski trip. That's why I chose this one. I saw this on someone else's list here on YouTube a while ago, like around Halloween time, but they mentioned that it took place on a ski trip, so I was like, noted for December. So that is why I chose this book. Let's move on. Next up, we have Silent Night by R.L. Stine. Look at the cover. All right. This already tells you everything. Takes place around Christmas time. There's snow, so we're here for it. As I said, from what I remember when I was younger, I was not as big of a fan of R.L. Stine. I liked the Goosebumps series, the TV show. So we shall see if I like this book. This is a little bit thicker than slumber party. So I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what we got here. This one is 216 pages, so it's still shorter than a lot of the books I've been reading lately, but it's a little bit longer than the Christopher Pike one. So let me read you a little bit of what this one is about. If only Reva Dalby had listened to that warning. After all, her daddy owns Dalby department stores. Now someone has some surprises in store for her. Robbery, terror, even murder. Someone wants to treat Reva to a holiday she'll never forget. Her money can't help her. No one can. After all, who can you turn to when murder comes gift wrapped? These synopses for the YA books are everything. Crack me up. But anyway, so yeah, apparently she's supposed to be like this spoiled kid. And someone tries to kill her, I guess. We shall see. And it says, "Happy holidays, you're dead." Like I said, these YA ones, yes. And I was so happy I got this nice crisp copy from the library. That Christopher Pike one, this thing, oh my word, it's been through some things. It's probably how mine looked back in the day. I'm kidding. I kept my things pristine. All right. So now we also have 2 thriller mystery books on the list. I mean, I love thrillers and mysteries and also horror, so I probably will read them all every month. Can't help it. Planning to get into some sci-fi next year, so stay tuned for that. But my next one on the list is An Unwanted Guest by Shari Lapena or Lapena. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but yes, this is one that I've had on my list for a while, and when I saw that it took place in the cold winter time, I was like, oh, let's read it in December. So let me read a little bit of the synopsis for you. It's winter in the Catskills, and Mitchell's Inn, nestled deep in the woods, is the perfect setting for a relaxing, maybe even romantic weekend getaway. So when the weather takes a turn for the worse and a blizzard cuts off the electricity and all contact with the outside world, the guests settle in and try to make the best of it. Soon, though, one of the guests turns up dead. It looks like an accident, but when a second guest dies, they start to panic. So we have Stuck in the Snow, Snowed In, Deaths, Murder Mystery. Yes, I'm excited. So we're looking forward to this. Yes, we are. So this last book on my list, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to read it because of the subject matter, but I think I saw a video where someone talked about it, and this person usually mentions trigger warnings. They didn't say anything for that video. And then I went on Goodreads and I looked into it, and usually someone will ask a question, or, you know, sometimes people mention things in the reviews so you can kind of know if there's anything in it that you don't want to read. But I'm just going to hope that this one is okay for me because I don't like certain subject matters, but this one deals with, you'll just see. I'll read a little bit of the synopsis. On her way to Utah to see her dying mother, college student Darby Thorne gets caught in a fierce blizzard in the Colorado Rockies. With the roads impassable, she's forced to wait out the storm at a remote highway rest stop with no cell phone reception. Desperate to find a signal to call home, the exhausted young art student goes back out into the storm and makes a horrifying discovery. In the back of the van parked next to her car is a little girl locked in an animal crate. Who is the child? Why has she been taken? And how can Darby save her? And at the top it says, a determined young woman must unmask and outwit a vicious psychopath in this tense and clever tale of suspense. So you see why I was a little hesitant with this one, with the child trapped in the crate. I don't really like things to do with child abduction and child abuse or anything like that. But I'm hoping nothing really bad happens to the child. But just looking at the things people had to say, I don't think so. But you will have to wait and see. But yes, so this is the last book I'm going to be reading. As you see, it takes place during a blizzard, snowstorm. Like I said, we're going to be cold and chilly and snuggle up with a blanket to get to reading. All right, so that concludes my December TBR 2020, my winter Christmassy reads. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I gave you some books to check out. Maybe some you haven't heard of. If you have, maybe I, read a little bit to make you want to get to them quicker. And yes, stay tuned for my next video. I definitely will have my December wrap up. And of course, I'll probably have some reviews coming. I will really try to get another vlog soon. That seemed to be one that you guys enjoyed. So stay tuned for that as well. And until the next video, be well, take care of yourself, stay in, snuggle up, unplug, all that good stuff. And I will see you next time. Bye.